Stephen Hufford, and rank was CYN3. My first impression was, wow, that thing is huge. How will I ever find my way around? And I must say that I guess I kind of forgot in my earlier thing, is I thought when I went aboard ship, I would have a porthole that I could look out, have it right by my rack, almost like a cruise ship. But I come to find out, no, you don't have a rack. And they have a hangar bay inside the ship, and that's where they store the planes a lot of times and work on them and refuel them, and they arm them down there sometimes, and sometimes up on the flight deck. And I was on the 3 level of the ship, and the 3 means 3 levels up from the sea level. And then they go 03, 01, 02, all the way down, and there was about, I think there was 12 decks below sea level, and there was like 20 decks above, because in the tower, or the island, what they call the island, there's that fixture on the outside where all the command posts and the flight operations are kind of controlled from. Each level there is considered a level, even up to where there's only like a 2-man space. So it was huge up there, and you had to kind of get used to the noise. In my unit, the third level, we were just above the hangar bay, and just below the flight deck. And so on my rack, they had six bunks. They had 3 bunks high, and under the bunk you could lift it up, and there was like a storage area of about 3 or 4 feet that you could 3 or 4 feet, 3 or 4 inches, that you could store stuff under your rack or your bed and the mattress and fold it down. And the ends were solid, and one side was solid, and on the one side that was solid was another space of maybe about 4 inches that slid, and you had more storage area in there to store your own personal stuff. And you had maybe a 4x4 locker against the wall. They had a stack of them all. They had the 6 lockers stacked between the beds, and you can store a little stuff in there. And we had a vent that came into our bed at our head level, and a lamp that you could light so you could read in your bed. And then also in that vent you could kind of open it up and close it, so you had some circulation of air, either cool or heated, depending on the season and your weather conditions outside. And they had a little curtain that you could slide from your toes to your head, so you kind of got in your little cocoon, a little bit of privacy. But you're sleeping with 6 men in a standing space of maybe 3 feet from one bunk to the other bunk. And so you got really got to know people. You're really close. And but we did have like I said earlier, we had a lounge right next to our sleeping area, what they call a lounge, so we could get out and have some space and move around. So.